Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls, and happy Groundhog Day. Today's the day the news media makes fun of a rodent who makes predictions. Now, their track record is no better than his, but he has no credibility, you see, because he doesn't use 3D graphics. He would get a lot more respect if he would just invest a little. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week is grandstand. It's the perfect word for this week's Super Bowl, featuring the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the other team, and Bruce Springsteen at halftime doing what's become the traditional musical performance. However, that is far from the only grandstand in the news, because this word also means to show off, to try to attract attention. For instance, Rod Blagojevich, former of Illinois, who skipped his impeachment trial and went on all the big TV shows instead. And he tried to, look regular and friendly and smart, as normal as he could. He did finally show up at his trial to make one last appeal, saying that he's just a humble servant and his enemies know not what they do. But he forgives them because he's just that kind of guy. Didn't work. Well, we also saw a grandstand performance in Washington, of all places. A report came out about that rescue package from last fall. It was kind of like that old rock song, "There's no telling where the money went." It's simply unaccountable. So to fix their mistake of passing such a huge bill too fast, they're passing a huger one even faster. Well, in other news, it's not to tell you to be careful about the peanut butter that you buy. There is some bad peanut butter out there. So don't buy one of those off-brands just to save money. It could be dangerous. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Julia in San Jose. Hi, Julia. Julia writes, "Dear Uncle Jay, why does the news spend time on stupid things like Jessica Simpson's weight or something Rush Limbaugh said? Shouldn't the news report real news?" Thanks, Julia. Well, 24 hours is a lot of time to fill, and they've got to fill it. So last week, when President Obama was trying to open a White House door and realized it was a window, the media just had to take us back to when President Bush got stuck at a locked door in China. And then when President Nixon made his famous breakthrough to China, which was more awkward than people remember. So, Julia, in this new era of hope and change, maybe we can hope they change. I'm afraid, though, that as we're finding out with government, we are going to have to change our hope. Don't forget, you can send your questions and see a lot more at www.UncleJayExplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.